Trump says he doesn't see J.D. Vance as his successor. I have an idea of maybe why. Let's find out.
President Trump refusing to say, this was pretty stunning, refused to say that his vice president is his successor. I mean, this is the person where if Trump falls down dead would be the president in that moment, right? But he is refusing to say that J.D. Vance would be his successor or that he would endorse him in 2028.
Do you view Vice President J.D. Vance as your successor, the Republican nominee in 2028?
No, but he's very capable. I mean, I don't think that I think you have a lot of very capable people. So far, I think he's doing a fantastic job. It's too early. We're just starting.
Well, that's truthful, right? Being completely unbiased, it is too early. I mean, if we were to believe that this isn't all just some wildly scripted theatrics, we saw what Pence did, right? Pence turned on him. I always knew Pence was bad from the jump, though. I always thought that was a terrible pick. If he was supposed to be playing a good guy, he wasn't very good at it. So that's a fair point.
Except for, again, if something happened to him, J.D. Vance would be the president because he's the vice president of the United States. Van Jones is out front now, former special advisor to President Obama. Tim Pawlenty is the former Republican governor.
These propagandist talking head
clowns. I so
clowns.
much appreciate having both of you here. We need the wisdom and the counsel and the gravitas. So
the wisdom and gravitas of Van Jones.
In this moment, why do you think Trump would hesitate? I mean, I know it sounds kind of stupid what I'm saying, but it is true. If something were to happen to Trump, he has picked J.D. Vance to be the president of the United States in that instance. So he should be happy to say he's his successor.
Well, the Constitution says he's a successor, so Trump, so Trump might want at least.
Fair point.
But obviously, going on the Constitution
Van.
isn't his strong suit. Look, but that's Donald Trump. He likes for people to vie and contend for his affections on a daily basis. So he's never going to give anybody whose last name isn't Trump the permanent imprimatur. That's just not his
inaccurate.
Style. So again, he's the king. He's not the president. You got to remember, in his mind, he's the king, and he has a court of courtiers. And J.D. Vance is just another courtier. The fact that literally the lawful successor to the president is not going to bother Donald Trump.
Governor Pawlenty, I mean, who do you think Trump sees as his successor? Why would you answer a question in that way? It doesn't give confidence for those who follow Trump in the guy that he has chosen as his vice president.
Well, a couple of things there. And first of all, it's tactically, I think, very smart for Trump to play it this way because a third or more of the Congress thinks they're future presidents. And if you need them to pass your legislation, work with you, you don't want to slam the door to their future aspirations, as delusional as they may be. And as somebody who ran unsuccessfully, I can speak to those kinds of things. But by the way, and then secondly, he may have other plans. And I think he's saying it's too early. We can't make an early judgment on Vance in terms of the party. And secondly, what if he has a family member or somebody else in mind that he wants to keep in the bullpen? So there could be a lot of chess pieces on the board here that he's thinking about that we don't see.
Yeah, well, interesting. You both bring in the issue of family members. Van, this comes as, again, Trump is musing that he could go for a third term. Mm-hmm. Now, this is not the first time. It's not the second time. It's not the third time. I think it might be at least.
Wait. Where did she get that from? Did I go back too far?
To go for a third term. Mm-hmm. Now, this is
somebody else in mind that he wants to keep in the chess pieces on the.
Yeah, well, interesting. You both bring in the issue of family members. Van, this comes as, again, Trump is musing that he could go for a third term. Mm-hmm. Now, this is not the first time. It's not the second time. It's not the third time. I think it might be at least the fourth.
Okay.
Right? So it keeps coming up. Here's at the National Prayer Breakfast last week and in direct.
In the past? Oh, National Prayer Breakfast. Okay. So just happened.
And I do that despite the fact that they say I can't run again. That's the expression. Sure. Then somebody said, I don't think you can. Oh. I've raised a lot of money for the next race that I assume I can't use for myself,
I'll say why.
But I'm not 100% sure
in a sec.
Because I don't know. I think I'm not allowed to run again. I'm not sure. Am I allowed to run again, Mike? I better not get you involved in that argument.
What's the purpose?
Okay, so there was another speech that he had where he told Christians, he said, Christians, I love my Christians. He said, I'm a Christian. He either said, I'm a Christian or I'm not a Christian. I can't tell. There's a big debate about it. but let's just say that I'm not a Christian, but you don't have to worry about anything. If I get elected, you're going to be taken care of. You won't have to vote again. You'll never have to vote again. He said that. So that would be alluding to the fact that maybe something's going to happen, or there's going to be some sort of paradigm shift, or I don't know. I mean, with all of these disbanding of all these government institutions, there could be a complete reconstruction of the government as we know it, and new laws instated in order for him to pursue a third term. Or if he is the guy that a lot of people are speculating, which there's a lot of validity towards, being that guy of revelation, maybe he just takes his seat in the third temple. I mean, and there's no need for there to be a president here. Maybe there will be like an overseer of the United States, and it won't, who knows? Or maybe just thinking out loud.
Purpose of this?
I just think he likes to piss off liberals more than anything else. But I also don't think that he has closed the door in his own mind. Don't forget, Putin, his love idol, Putin, figured out a way to.
This is such. Listen, when you hear me say surface level propaganda, there's different levels of propaganda, right? There's different levels of waking up to what's going on. And yes, liberals are at like the bottom of the bucket. Then you have, conservatives, and you have Trump conservatives, and then you have people that, understand that mostly this is just a game and it's just a false paradigm. And then, that's why Trump is here, because he appears to be breaking that paradigm, and that he's truthful, and like he's really here to put an end to the buffoonery and the fakery that is the United States government, right? But saying that he's like in love with Putin is for the lowest of IQ and the least of informed people in this US of A. I mean, this narrative that's been going on since 2015, that's been dispelled and debunked over and over and over and over again, is so absurdly ridiculous. When, as a matter of fact, we've interfered with Russia's elections, if we're going to be completely honest and unbiased. So, I mean, that's what you get when you watch Van Jones here, Mr. Nothing Burger.
Somebody else, kind of be the president, to be in charge. Some people are saying he's going to let Vance run for president, but Trump will run as vice president, you see.
Oh, well, that would be the Putin-Medvedev model.
Exactly, yeah. So I don't think that Trump is accepting this as his last election. The Constitution says he can't run for president again, but he might say, well, I can run for vice president. So you never know with this guy, but I think the main thing he likes is us talking about this and not all the other unconstitutional, illegal, and horrible things he's doing.
So can I ask you, Governor Pawlenty, Senator Ted Cruz in 2014,
those things aren't taking place.
The precedent of a president
divisive
of
talk
picking and choosing which laws to follow is a dangerous precedent.
American
There's
useful
come
idiot.
another one. He said, might be a Republican, right? And that he's going to stand up to that. Because that is the right thing to do. All this power, and the president's dangerous. And then he came out today and did that little TikTok video type of thing, talking about Shaq and all, and laughing, and he was giddy, and never said any of those things. And I don't want to get Ted Cruz, but I just want to ask you, are you surprised that people could be so firm on principle and then suddenly be doing such a about face? He's certainly not alone in that.
And if you can show me the member of Congress who hasn't flip-flopped a substantial issue or statement from the past, I'll give you $1,000. They all do it.
Are we going to go back to Trump saying anything else, or is it just going to be
so that's what they do.
Narrative
so I'm not
crafting
too startled
for the rest
by
of
that.
this?
But beyond that,
it looks like just narrative crafting. Okay. So, is he going to go for a third term? Will there be need to go for a third term? Will there be a United States after his term? Right? Who knows what could happen? I'm not saying that in negative connotations either. I'm not saying that something terrible is going to happen. It could be because we were reconstruction under the guise of improving, or that things are so bad that we come up with a new government method, so to speak. I mean, but keep the core foundations. I'm not saying that is there not going to be a United States because of war or some horrible thing, which is also kind of likely. But I'm just trying to not be so doom and gloom here. But I think it's very likely that he could go for a third term in some capacity. What do y'all think? Listen, if you like my commentary, I'd ask you to like and share and subscribe and do all the things, right? Hit all the buttons that all the YouTubers say. We need that. We need that. I hate to be that guy. I hate to be like a car salesman, but I really need you to do that for me. And I hope to see you back here. I'm going to do a lot more than just like reaction and analysis videos. I'm going to do literal like breakdown and deconstruction, informative like essay type videos, right? Or documentary style videos, so to speak. I'm going to do a lot of things here. We're going to cover music, secular music, Christian music. We're going to cover everything through a biblical lens, as you can tell already. And yeah, I'm really happy to have you here. This is the King's Guard.